Yeah, it's all the best of fruit, mate.
Yeah. I didn't need too late.
I was going to come up to have a good laugh. Just had a little time. I said, fucking man. Kill it. I said, fuck that, I'm going up there. I was listening to him.
Focus. I nearly into Gavs. I stopped on the road to pick you up.
I mean, he was telling us, when we were playing the journalist, on Monday morning. I was up to the shop early at half here for a paper and was going. And he was coming out of the shop and he comes in against me. Jesus, that he never fuck off. Ah, yeah. I'm up all morning, I'm taking about the match, he said.
He rang me and he said, how should you play it? He said, you haven't touched the ball. I said,
I don't know.
you haven't touched the ball, you just you showed it to us and we killed the two back.
Hello. The bad time to go for operation. Well, it's not working. I think you're fine.
1-2.
Come on, Wayne's going to get a home, is there?
1-2.
Tom man over to the end so we had to see him, you know what I mean? He said, boys, just had to grab him right place.
1-2.
Oh, yeah, you know, they hold the call. Yeah, what they're eating? I know, we should be getting. We don't want to see it. And put it back in. It's very good. Hey, love, how are you?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Bring it down now.
Shamrocks in the Cumber Oil Western Intermediate quarter-final. It is knockout hurling between these two, and you couldn't have a better evening for it. No matter where you're watching this, you're welcome along. We're sorry you can't be here. We're sorry more people can't watch this, but isn't it great that we're able to bring this to you? And we should thank both Ardmore and Shamrocks and Cian O'Halloran who's putting it all together, and indeed the county board who ultimately give the sign off and the thumbs up on these things. They've got their own stream running at the moment of the senior championship, but they still allowed this to go ahead, and that is appreciated. Let's go through the team lineups. Jack Walsh is in goal for Ardmore, then it's Stephen Morris, Declan Prendergast and Micheál Cronin. Gavin Williams, Owen O'Shea and Seamus Keating are the halfbacks. Jack Keane and Kenny Murphy are in midfield. Kieran Keating Owen Conway and Paddy Foley are the half forwards. Then it's Seamus Prendergast flanked by James Flavin and James Kennedy, the speed merchant who got a wonderful goal in Cappoquin the last day out against St Mary's. For Shamrocks, it's Liam Murphy in goal. Then Padraig Roach, Thomas O'Donovan, Mike Lucy, Padraig Ahern, Adam Crawford, Owen Lenihan, Shane Roach, Billy Hines, JP Lucy, Colm Roach, Joe Leahy, Kieran Crawford, Edward Longrigan and Padraig Hines. A lot will be expected of Colm Roach. The game is on, and it's Shamrocks who have the first real possession. Padraig Ahern down towards Lonergan it goes. Lonergan having a look towards that river end. It's got the height, it's got the elevation. That's a fantastic score by Edward Lonergan. What a start for Shamrocks. Jack Walsh, the Ardmore goalkeeper, he's got a mighty puck out on him. Now, can Ardmore win primary possession? Just in case you're not overly familiar with the teams, Ardmore in blue, Shamrocks in green and white. Picking it up and going on a run is Kieran Keating. Kieran Keating looks inside. James Flavin is there. James Flavin releases. Has he got the equaliser? Oh, he has. What a score from James Flavin. Less than a minute gone, and it's 1 point apiece. We'd love to hear from you, by the way, no matter where you're watching this. You can get me on Twitter at Oisin Langan. Same name on Instagram. Ball goes long from the goalkeeper. That's Liam Murphy. Bit of jostling there. Owen O'Shea went to try and pick it up. Trying to shovel it up one-handed to Seamus Keating. But Shamrocks have turned it over, and now it's launched by Joe Leahy. Joe Leahy with a good score. I'll only be saying nice things about the Shamrocks. Their bench are right in front of me. I've learned in the past, granted, even though it was only under 12, don't say enough nice things about Shamrocks, they will get you. Ball breaks for Colm Roach. A lot will be expected of Roach. He's being pursued by Seamus Keating. Down the line it goes to JP Lucy. Ardmore sweep it up. Good play by Cronin. Slots it out to Owen O'Shea. Owen O'Shea down to Kieran Keating. Has to juggle it a bit, but does gather it. Keating with an unusual ball down the line, aiming at Seamus Prendergast. Prendergast looks to me like he's tugged back. Referee agrees. Free in to Ardmore. Seamus Prendergast will strike the free. The steady hand of Seamus Prendergast guides it over. 2 points apiece, a really decent game so far. Knockout hurling, remember. It's almost helped on by an Ardmore hand into the path of Shane Roach. There's a chop and it's a free in. Good call by the referee. And it will be Colm Roach to strike it. And you'd expect Roach to be able to put this one over. A talented player. That's a lovely strike. We're right behind it. You could see the flight of that. It was perfect. Jack Welch assessing his options. That's a fantastic catch in the middle by JP Lucy. Shane Roach down into that corner, racing out after it is Lonergan. He's already got one. He's well policed by Cronin. Cronin tidies up nicely. He's got an option in Stephen Morris. Instead he goes down the line to... Lovely throw inside. It did look like a bit of a throw, but they get away with it. Trying to pick it up his own Conway. Ardmore have lost it. They're trying desperately to get it back. There's a real scramble. Really good work by Padraig Ahern. Lonergan tries to run onto it. He does do. Steps inside Cronin. Switched it from one hand to the other, and the referee's given the free. He almost had too much time. So will this be one that drops in, or will he go for it from there? He's a long way out. It's Jack Keane. It's going to drop in. No real breeze to speak of here, but he was still at an awkward angle. Going up with the hand there was James Flavin. Wouldn't quite connect. Flavin has got it on the second attempt. Trying to burrow his way through, and he's got the free in because he was held back. You'd say that was clever defending, because if he wasn't tugged back there, he'd, if not a clean run on goal, certainly he'd a good chance of getting a shot away. Prendergast guides over his second of the game from a free. 5.5 minutes gone. 3 points apiece. Murphy went long, picked out his man. Oh, it's a bit of a loose challenge in the centre. And it's a free into Shamrocks. Good score from Colin Roach. His second, both from frees. Shamrocks by 1, 6.5 minutes gone. Away it goes from Stephen Morris, originally from Wexford, but actually transferred to Ardmore from St. Catherine's. Trying to gather it there was Joe Leahy. Adam Crawford flicks it forward. Really strong defending by Declan Prendergast. Declan Prendergast, down the line it goes. It's Owen Conway. Conway just couldn't quite keep it on target. First wide for Ardmore. Sure. Into the corner it goes. Defender was out there first. It was really tidy work by the Shamrocks. Lost though by Padraig Roach. Ardmore got it back to Conway. Trying to run onto it there was Jack Keane. Got it on the second attempt. Oh, Keane's attempted ball is blocked brilliantly by Shane Roach. And Shane Roach is onto it again after some great work to retrieve the ball and turn it over, and he gets a fantastic score. Ardmore Western finalists last year, beaten by eventual champions Ballysaggart. Ball might break here for Kenny Murphy. Wouldn't quite kind of come that far. Scramble on. Ardmore want the free. Ref says nothing doing. Shamrocks played on. Lonergan trying to get it into the hand. Stephen Morris got it inflicted away, but it does come to Billy Hines, and Billy Hines lets it go and hits it wide. First wide for Shamrocks. They lead by 2 after 8.5 minutes. Ardmore go direct. James Kennedy. Well, he got to it, but he couldn't get it into the hand. Now coming in to collect it is Padraig Ahern. Ahern down the line to Hines. Hines collides with Keane. Hines inside. Good ball to JP Lucy. Lucy goes with the diagonal. That is a really good piece of skill by Colin Roach. Colin Roach sends it away. And Colin Roach gets a fantastic score, his first from play. Third of the game. 2 had come from frees. That his first from play, and Seamus Keating was unlucky to slip there, but Roach took full advantage. Well, all the breaks are going Shamrock's way at the moment. Here's Hines. It's Colin Roach again. Colin Roach with 2 in a row from play. And all of a sudden it's a 4-point gap. Shamrocks winning ball all over the park. Here's Hines. Hines getting away from Kenny Murphy, and Hines is fouled, and it's a free in. Well, Kenny Murphy is wearing 8 rather than 9, so my apologies for misidentifying him so far. That's the team list we were given. The ball is flicked over. It's a free for Shamrocks, and they've scored. Jack Welch goes long. Seamus Prendergast in there to try and win possession. There's a foul, and it's a free, and once again Seamus Prendergast causing issues anytime he gets around the goal or gets any kind of possession or attention inside the Shamrocks half. Prendergast to stop the blood flow for Ardmore. He puts it over. A much needed score. 4 between them. 11.5 minutes gone. First score since the 6th minute for Ardmore. Liam Murphy hits the wing again. Bounces beautifully into the hand of Joey Leahy, or Leahy, depending on what part of the country you're from. Declan Prendergast battling for it. He's so strong, just like his brother. But escaping with it is Colin Roach, and Colin Roach chips it over. 4 already for him. Five, I beg your pardon. Into a big crowd it goes, but no clean possession taken. A bit of a wild strike going in there. It's a free to Shamrocks. Dara Broderick is watching. He says, "Come on, Ardmore. Dara, we're glad to have you with us." By all means, leave a comment in the comment section there on YouTube, or you can get me via Twitter at Oisin Langan. Shamrocks with this free, as you can see, just inside their own half. Colin Roach lets fly. And over it goes. Did you expect any other result? Shamrocks win it again. It's a really good take. I think that's Seamus Keating, who's being tugged back there by JP Lucy. Referee gives the free in. Keating gives this one plenty. And that's a beautiful score from Seamus Keating, who has been part of the Waterford squad in the past. Played underage rugby for Munster as well. A multi-skilled sports person. Gavin Williams goes up for it, breaking it is JP Lucy. They have it again, and it's JP Lucy again, gets it inside. Billy Hines. Really good score. Jack Welsh aims at Owen O'Shea. Owen O'Shea takes it bravely. Surrounded by three, but it leaves space for Jack Keane. Jack Keane can't get it into the hand, but Stephen Morris can. Morris rides the gauntlet and wins the free. Really good play by the cornerback. Was strong against St. Mary's. He's strong again today. Keating has the distance and again has the accuracy. A much needed score for Ardmore. We go into the water break with 5 points between the teams. 11 points Shamrocks, 6 points Ardmore. Christopher Ryan says, come on Shamrocks. Peter Buckley says that Adam Crawford is a fine, strong young fella. Lots of strong men out there. These are now essentially timeouts where coaches and managers and selectors and mentors can get a message to their team. I think the message for Ardmore is use the ball a bit better. For Shamrocks, the message is keep doing what you're doing. They're being very strong. They're using the ball well. Colin Roach is playing incredibly well. I think it's 6 points so far. Aoife and Wayland's on stats today. She nods the head. Aoife, of course, from the home of the best hurler that Ireland has ever produced, County Louth and Cuchulainn, the artist formerly known as Satanta. So here we go. The second quarter if you want, or the part after the water break. 5 between them. Delighted to bring you this game today. Thanks to everyone who helped put it together. Only 200 allowed at matches, and that includes subs and officials and mentors, and it's a privilege to actually be here to get to games. And for those of you who can't get here, we're glad to be able to bring it to you. And we know how special these days are for you and your club, whether you're a Shamrocks person or an Ardmore person or whoever you follow, whatever club you're part of. We're delighted to have you along with us today, and we're delighted to see scores like that. I'm disappointed as an Ardmore person, but you have to just applaud JP Lucy. Ran onto the break, chipped it over, was almost nonchalant in his swing. 6 between them. Jack Welch getting plenty of distance on his puck outs, but every time he sends them down the park, Shamrocks are getting onto them. Now it's Gavin Williams. And that, by the way, isn't necessarily a criticism of Jack. It's just the tactics maybe that he's told to do. Just send it out long. Ardmore would have the players to go through the lines if they chose to go that way. Now Ardmore have won a break on the far side. They've got that line ball which Seamus Keating will go over to take, and we know he can strike them. Keating gets a good distance on that one. Goes off an Ardmore hurley and wide. Maybe he didn't even touch anyone's hurley on the way out, but either way it's a puck out to Shamrocks. Trying to flick it on there was Joe Leahy. He is pursued by Paddy Foley. Seamus Keating couldn't quite take it on the hurley. Battling for it is Kieran Crawford. Shamrock still with it. Now coming through is JP Lucy. He's got some nice scores. Will he get another one here? No, it looks like it's going across the face of goal and wide. Good pressure from Ardmore, but good work by Shamrocks to win the ball back in the first place. And now they go short with the puck out. Here's Declan Prendergast, closed down, but he does get it away. Going up for it there was Owen Conway. Couldn't quite get there. Shamrocks try and retrieve through Adam Crawford. Now onto it is James Flavin. Ball goes loose. Ardmore have it. Here's Seamus Keating. Seamus Keating lets it in. It's 3-on-3 in or around that 20-metre line. Doesn't quite fall for Kieran Keating. Shamrocks bring it away through Shane Roach. Down the wing it goes. It's direct ball. 2-on-2 inside. Padraig Hines out in front. Hines drops it. Gavin Williams. Stephen Morris goes in to try and shovel it up. Gavin Williams does gather it now. Pops it up the line. Jack Keane, I think that is, wearing number, sorry. Jack is actually 9, Kenny is number 8. Ball down the park. Kieran Keating is the target. Kieran Keating cleverly turns onto this one. Oh, couldn't quite get it up with the hurley first time. Does get it up second time. Keating looks inside to Seamus Prendergast. And Seamus Prendergast puts it over. That was a beautifully worked score from Ardmore. There's still 5 between them, but there is still a long way to go. 19 and a half minutes gone, 12-7 Shamrocks lead. Shamrocks again very clever from the puck out. Here's Billy Hines. Can Hines get away? That's definitely a foul. It's a free in for Shamrocks, and it's basically a point from that position. Colin Roach will stroke those over all day. Roach. Oh, it's not a particularly well struck one. Looks like I jinxed him. Declan Prendergast clears with the plum. The referee, I think he's saying that Ardmore encroached. Well, it's an indirect free for Ardmore and a yellow card for Colin Roach. So Seamus Keating will strike it. Keating lobs it forward. Owen Conway tries to get there. Doesn't break for a blue jersey. Padraig Roach. Gathered brilliantly by JP Lucy. Into the path of Owen Lenihan. Lenihan. Lovely control initially by Roach, then he lost it. Seamus Keating pulls on it, but again breaks for a Shamrock jersey. That's Padraig Roach. Roach drops it, goes for it again. Now it's Colin Roach, now it's Jack Keane, and the referee is giving the free out. Ardmore beginning to make breaks go their way. They're beginning to, if not get on top in those kind of physical exchanges, they're certainly getting parity. I say they, I mean we. Seamus Keating. Drops for Keating, Kieran Keating, but it's stolen brilliantly by Padraig Ahern. Leahy. The target is JP Lucy, and it reaches that target. Lucy lets it go. Oh, it's flicked down into the path of the onrushing forward, but Padraig Hines couldn't get a strike on it, and it's a let-off for Ardmore. 5 between them. It wouldn't have been game over if it had got in, but it certainly would have been a mountain to climb for Ardmore. No free given against Paddy Foley. Brilliant diving block by Seamus Keating. Does it again. The Shamrocks crowd want a free. They're not getting it for that. Lonergan. This one's beginning to take off a bit. Here's Shane Roach. Keating and Lonergan having a bit of a tussle. Ball hit in towards the corner forward Hines. Brilliantly policed by Morris. Morris slips but does enough to hold up that corner forward. That corner forward is Padraig Hines. Cronin. Cronin under pressure does very well. He's given away to 65, but it would have been far, far worse had Shamrocks got possession there. It's a real battle. It's a quality battle as well. Joe McNamara, Paddy Foley looking like a young Tommy Welsh out there. The 65 from a tight angle. It drops and it's Seamus Keating. Seamus Keating goes out the country with it. He couldn't keep a hold of it, Billy Hines. It pops up. It might fall for James Kennedy. We haven't seen much of him in this game. The forwards have been left kind of isolated at times. But here is Seamus Prendergast. Prendergast is forced to maraud through and pump the legs. Now it's James Flavin. Flavin with no room to manoeuvre. Gets it outside. That's a really good ball. It is Kenny Murphy who puts it over. Oh. James Kennedy is kind of dropped out to a deeper position here. If they can get him on the ball, he can bring it down the wing or bring it to the middle. He's got the speed to do it. That's a fantastic catch under pressure by JP Lucy. Puts it into a man at a better angle. Here is Shane Roach, and that's a really good score. Hurling is a simple game, and when it's executed well like that, you will get scores. Ball into the middle, caught, good pass to a man in space, and he put it over. Now here's Cronin. Under pressure, Cronin. Morris helps him out. Lovely pass by Morris, lovely turn out of trouble. I think that was Seamus Keating. Lovely ball down the line, caught by James Flavin. James Flavin looks over to me. They say it's wide. Third wide of the game for Ardmore. Murphy goes deep with his puck out. James Kennedy has gone back a long way to win some possession. Drops it down into the path of Seamus Prendergast, who's stuck to by Adam Crawford. Prendergast looking for James Flavin. What a take that was by Flavin. He's got some time, he's got some space. Flavin! Oh, he didn't strike it right, and the goalkeeper, for him, that's an easy save. Conway goes in and waves his wand around like Harry Potter. But unfortunately, it's a free out. Well, Flavin, to be fair, was under pressure when he hit the ball. The Shamrocks defence got back and wouldn't give him any freedom. But much to his credit, he still went for it. This one is hotting up. Seamus Keating will collect the loose ball. Keating to Williams, who drops it, then gets it again, then drops it again. Keating is going to let Kenny Murphy to try and win that, but it's Shamrocks who have it. And again, it's Shane Roach. Shane Roach drops it inside. He was looking for his forward. He couldn't find him. Declan Prendergast sweeps it up like a hoover. Prendergast goes long out of defence. Kieran Keating. Seamus Prendergast there to battle for it. Owen Conway there as well. Conway back to Kieran Keating. Keating out to Seamus Prendergast. Seamus Prendergast from a tight enough angle. Seamus Prendergast puts it over. The old dog for the hard road. Ball is won by Joe Leahy. Leahy, if that's on target, it's a wonderful point. It is. Declan Prendergast is in a bit of space. I wonder will they go to him? Jogging back towards that 45 is Owen O'Shea. But Jack just goes straight down the middle. The aim was Jack Keane. Shamrocks win it again. Kennedy. Kennedy with the ball on stick. He's a sight to behold when he runs like that. Flavin is the aim. Flavin breaks it down for himself, but then it's stolen back by Mike Lucy. Lucy switched hands with it, and it's a free into Ardmore. It's a cheap one to give away from the Shamrocks' point of view. 2 minutes to go to half-time. Ardmore only 5 down. Shamrocks have had one very decent goal chance, maybe two. Ardmore have definitely had one. Flavin forcing the goalkeeper, Lee Murphy, into a decent enough save. And I think if you're looking at this from the Ardmore point of view, like 4 points to still be within that is not bad, presuming Seamus puts this one over, which he does. Six point for Seamus Prendergast. 3 from freeze, 3 from play. That's a push in the back, well spotted by the referee. Colin Roach to restore Shamrock's 5-point lead. Comes off the upright, might fall again for Patrick Hines. It's another let off for Ardmore, and Seamus Keating bails it away. It breaks for a blue jersey. Kieran Keating on the run, bearing in on goal. Will he go for the net? Keating takes his point. Well, Ardmore back to within 3 when really they should have been 5 behind. Shamrocks missing 2 very scoreable frees in the first half, and you wonder, will they pay for that later in the game? Ardmore win a breaking ball through Paddy Foley. Paddy, who played a cornerback against St Mary's. Nice turn by James Flavin. Flavin away from his man. Flavin tries to pull it into the path of Owen Conway, but it's stolen back by Shamrocks. Ardmore stopping the man coming out. That was Adam Crawford. Thought Kieran Keating had it back. Now it's Owen Conway. Pull is the shout. Is it going to drop to a blue jersey or a green and white jersey? It's Seamus Prendergast. Oh, he kind of snatched at that one. JP Lucy tries to get it on the second attempt, but it's an Ardmore ball now. Here's Cronin. James Kennedy. James Flavin. Conway is the target. Conway turns on it brilliantly. He's got Kieran Keating inside. He'll go himself. Conway! Goal for Ardmore! We're all square. Deep in injury time at the end of the first half. If you heard any bad language in the background, it's a hurling match. What did you expect? Shamrocks, can they get another score and lead at the break? They would be deserving leaders, but very often in sport you don't get what you deserve. There was a bit of a wild one there. Owen O'Shea took the brunt of it. Now, I don't think it was on purpose. I think whoever was going for it there was going for the ball. It was a bit loose. It was a bit wild. I wouldn't call it vicious. Referee blows the half-time whistle at the break. We are all square. Shamrocks 14 points, Ardmore 111. Owen Conway's goal, bridging that 3-point deficit between them just before the break. And let's hope that Owen O'Shea is okay. He's receiving some treatment as we speak. The last thing you want to see on either team is someone going off injured or someone getting hurt. It's a physical game, these things happen, but let's hope he's okay. We'll take a little rest here for half-time. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. The half-time score, Shamrocks 14 points, Ardmore 111. We're about to start the second half, and just before half time, the teams were drawn level for the first time since throw-in. That was through Owen Conway's goal. The second half of the first half, or the second quarter, the period of play after the water break, if you will, was far kinder to Ardmore than it was to Shamrocks. Shamrocks only scored 3 points after the water break, and Ardmore got a goal on 5, and Ardmore immediately on the attack and then doing some defending, and now it's a free for Shamrocks. Shamrocks were 11-6 up just before the water break. Now they'll want to go 1 up. At no point of the game have Ardmore led it, I don't think. Colin Roach's free is good into the factory end. His 7th of the game. He fitting well on stats today. Jack Welch in his Packy Bonner yellow jersey. It's intercepted by Adam Crawford. Couldn't make it stick, but does get it again. Good ball down the wing. Keating is policing this one. Has it, pops it up. Away it goes from Gavin Williams. 2-on-1 in or around that 45 for Shamrocks. But they haven't won it cleanly. Owen Conway, who got that wonderful goal at the end of the first half, fighting for it. Deflects into the path of Seamus Prendergast from a tight angle. Really good block by Padraig Ahern. Ahern, but only as far as Owen O'Shea. Owen O'Shea winds up. Owen O'Shea measures that one beautifully, and for the first time in the game, or not, well, sorry, I thought they were going ahead. I forgot Shamrocks has got a point. It's level again. O'Shea again. O'Shea is looking for Conway. Conway off the stick, tried to direct it into the path there of Paddy Foley. Couldn't quite find him. Owen Lenihan. Lenihan miscues, intercepted by Jack Keane. Cronin tidies up. He's got Keane as an option. He somehow scuffs it out there. I think it might have been Seamus Keating who pulled on it. It came off a Shamrocks man. He was very brave to get in the way. Here's Kenny Murphy. Kieran Keating. Kieran Keating planted his feet. Can he keep that one on frame? No, he can't. There's a Shamrocks man down, so he'll stop for a moment. 5 wides for Ardmore in the game. Into the forward line it goes. Gavin Williams leaves it behind, but luckily for him, Declan Prendergast was there to sweep up. Declan Prendergast aims it out towards Kenny Murphy. Murphy fouls his man free in for Shamrocks. Colin Roach to strike it. Eight points for Colin Roach. Jack Walsh wants to go quickly. Referee doesn't allow it. Shamrocks by 1. Six of those points have come from frees. Ball is sent down the park by Kenny Murphy. Brilliant soaring catch by Owen Conway. Can he match it with the finish? Oh, he's unlucky. Six wide for Ardmore. It's an aerial duel, which Ardmore win. And Shamrock get it back on the break. Owen Lenihan. It's going to drop inside in or around the 20-metre line. Morris tries to get there. I think that might be Gavin Williams. It is Gavin Williams. Him and Cronin wearing red helmets today. Who's going to win the Schmozzle? It's Declan Prendergast. Of course it's Declan Prendergast. Billy Hines tries to find Owen Lenihan, and there's a foul and a free for Shamrocks. Colin Roach with the breeze against him. It's a light breeze, but it is there. That's a monster point, and Shamrocks lead by 2. You can't say they don't deserve it. Colin Roach again. Was that a free? Ardmore thinks so. Shamrocks drive on. Here's Padraig Hines. 3 between them. Cronin got dispossessed. Shamrocks took it back, and Hines got a beautiful score. This is the point where you need unity. This is the point where you need to work for each other and not argue with each other. Seamus Prendergast, he leaves it behind, and it's Shane Roach who nicks it. Roach guides it inside. He's looking for Edward Hines. Hines is stuck to by Gavin Williams. Hines gets it again. He hasn't given up on this one. Beautiful turn by Hines. He's in a dangerous position, still going. And under pressure from the defence, he puts it wide, but it's actually a free in, I think. Or is it a 65? It's a free in. The referee played advantage. It would have been worse for Ardmore had he got the goal. Yellow card for Declan Prendergast. Colin Roach. This should be an easy one for him. Just taps it over, and Shamrocks lead by 4. Colin Roach with 10 points for Shamrocks. Ardmore need to stem the blood flow here. Joe Leahy got a bit of a puck after he struck the ball, but it was a fair enough challenge. So Ardmore with no score in the second half since the second minute of that second period. Shamrocks have got, I think, 4 in a row. And they lead by 4. Let's hope that Joe Leahy's okay and will continue. Takes a drink of water, hops up, and away he goes. We'll resume with an Ardmore line ball. Remember, it's knockout hurling today. It's a quarter-final. Keating. Good air on that one. Kieran Keating is well covered. It falls for Seamus Prendergast. And it's tidied up by Padraig Roach. Padraig Roach though couldn't get it cleanly into the hands. Seamus still battling for it. Seamus and Padraig Ahern getting involved. Then they say, look, let's just go back after this ball. Padraig Roach trying to get it up. It squirts out. It comes to Owen Conway. Conway back inside towards Kieran Keating. Keating didn't quite read it. And Shamrocks get the free out. More of a rugby tackle than a hurling tackle there from one of the Ardmore forwards. Not quite sure who it was because there was a bunch of players in the way. Shamrocks with the free out. Declan Prendergast went up to it, couldn't get there. Tidying up was Kenny Murphy. Shamrocks have it back. Here's JP Lucy. Wide. Jack tries to get it going quickly. He spotted a free man. Kieran Keating tries to get inside Adam Crawford. Crawford stands strong, but he fouls him, and it's a free to Ardmore. Seamus Keating fancies this one. It's within his range. And the breeze is at his back again. It's slight, but it is there. Ardmore desperately needing a score. 4 down. Ardmore, who haven't scored in about 10 minutes. Seamus Keating. That's all the way over. The score they desperately craved. Ball's going to break here for Billy Hines. He's pursued by Keating, but he does get away from him. Here's Hines. Padraig Hines. Padraig Hines finds it over after some great work by Billy. Prendergast back to Jack Welch. Jack Welch sends it away. Shamrocks win it in the centre, but then nipping in to steal it is Owen O'Shea. Owen O'Shea to Kieran Keating. Can Keating get it up onto the hurley? Yes, he can. He can run. He can score. But he just doesn't catch that one right. Owen Conway tries to pressurise the goalkeeper, Liam Murphy, but he gets it away. Colin Roach. It's 1-on-1 inside, and we know that Eddie Hines has pace. But Gavin Williams has steel, and he used it there. James Flavin pokes it forward, gets it on the second attempt, third attempt really. James Flavin in a bit of time, in a bit of space, he's fouled, free in for Ardmore, and that is what James Flavin can do, and when he runs at defences, he causes problems. Prendergast puts it over. 3 between them. Ardmore about to make a change. Niall Hennessy is warming up. May well have started, only got injured a couple of weeks ago. Well, his training was held up. Shamrocks now probing for more. Eddie Hines couldn't get it first time, tries to get it second, third time, can't. There's a real scramble for it there. Gavin Williams farms it away, but only as far as the green and white jersey, and that's the jersey of Padraig Roach. Roach with the stick pass. That's a very neat turn by Crawford. Crawford is fouled and it's a free in. Yellow card for Gavin Williams. Ardmore missing a lot of players for this season, including the two Gartlands. Not available to them today. Big losses. Colin Roach does what you'd expect him to do and puts his team 4 up. We're at the water break. It's Shamrocks 21 points, Ardmore 114. So we're about to get back underway. A second half that has been far kinder to Shamrocks than Ardmore. It was 111 to 14 points at the break. But in the second half so far, Shamrocks have scored 7 points through Colin Roach, 2 from Padraig Hughes. They've had 1 wide. Ardmore have only got 3 points since half time. O'Shea, Prendergast and Keating. They've also picked up 2 yellow cards and hit 2 wides. The Jack Keane has gone off and Stephen Keating has come on. Got a switch on the Ardmore side. A big thank you, by the way, to Baldwin's Farmhouse Ice Cream. Local clubs couldn't survive without local support, and certainly they've provided support for the stream today. And I know that Shamrocks and Ardmore people are very grateful to be able to watch it. Here's Hines. Back it goes to Crawford. Crawford's lost it. He was very, very casual. Niall Hennessy putting pressure on there not long after coming in. The experienced Ardmore campaigner who was a Munster Under-21 football championship winner. Stephen Morris. Oh, his hand pass is a little bit blind to JP Lucy. Well, it wasn't to Lucy, he intercepted it, and Lucy leaves it into the square. Tied up nicely by Gavin Williams. Away it goes. And there's a free. Ardmore with the free. They don't quite have to panic and drop it in yet and go for goals. But I'm not sure even Seamus Keating could put it over from there. In fact, the free will be a bit further up the pitch. No, it'll be further back. Kenny Murphy will strike it. Murphy down the wing. Can Ardmore get some primary possession? Can they get some scores? They've only got 3 in the second half so far. Intercepted by Seamus Keating. Oh, he's lost it and taking it as Joe Leahy. Seamus Prendergast doing his best to get it back, but it is Shamrocks who have it, and Adam Ahern goes long. Ardmore with numbers back there to defend it. Forward by Kenny Murphy. Here's Niall Hennessy. We know he can run. Hennessy on the move. What are the options? He's bottled up and he's lost it, and Shamrocks have it back. No options were presented to Niall there. Colin Roach. Wide. A let off for Ardmore. Stephen Keating. I think that's his first possession since coming in, and it's a good one as well. He gives it to Cronin. Cronin drives it. 2-on-2 in or around the D. Will it fall for James Kennedy? Shamrocks defending really well from top to bottom. Billy Hines spots that JP Lucy has loads of time and loads of space. Now, does he have a point as well? No, he doesn't. It didn't even go wide. Jack Welsh tries to get it going. Second ball, the shout from the Shamrocks bench, and they do win that second ball. It's a little bit loose with the hurley from, I think, Kieran Keating, and it's a free out. Round Tower Hotel also sponsoring today's stream. We're grateful to Aidan and all the crew. One of the staples of Ardmore, the Round Tower Hotel. Aidan, if you happen to have a free space and a availability in the restaurant tonight as well, you might drop me a text. I've rang around. 4 places don't have any availability. This is no way to treat a local celebrity. Wouldn't happen to Marty Morrissey. And it wouldn't happen to Colin Roach, who's about to strike this free, and you wouldn't bet against him landing this one. Five frees in the second half so far. Colin Roach has scored. At the moment, it won't move to 6. Jack Welsh uses the second sliotar to get it going quickly. Out to Owen O'Shea. Owen O'Shea goes long. Ardmore looking to win ball in the forward line. Can Owen Conway get there? Yes, he can. But then it's swept away brilliantly. Really good defensive work by Shamrocks. Ardmore have the line ball. Congratulations, by the way, to the neighbours of Ardmore, Clashmore, who beat Modelico earlier on in one of the other quarterfinals. A 1-point victory for Clashmore, 14 points to 110. Seamus Keating standing over the line ball, but he's going to wait for his teammate to get some treatment there. Not quite sure who it is who's down. Might be Owen Conway. Owen Conway, who got that wonder goal in the first half. Well, it's been tight since the water break. No score since. We had one within seconds of the restart after the water break in the first half. Lucy got it for Shamrocks. Owen Conway, they're trying to keep him on because he'd be an incalculable loss to Ardmore, who are still only 4 points down, despite the fact that Shamrocks have probably had the better of it and have been on top for most of the game. But it doesn't matter what you do during the game, it's the score at the end of it. That's all that matters. That's the only stat that counts. Some genuine club legends watching today. Billy Harty watching, I think possibly from Cork. I'm not sure what part of the world you're in, Billy, but wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying it. Well, you're probably not, because Ardmore are losing, but you know what I mean. I hope you do enjoy it in the end. So we'll resume with an Ardmore line ball. Owen Conway back up and running. Seamus Keating with that line ball. Keating with plenty of air on this one. It's going towards the goal. It's deflected back, yeah, almost into the path of Seamus Prendergast, but Kieran Crawford is there for Shamrocks. Oh, it's a bit loose. Stephen Keating gets a block down. Billy Hines didn't give up on it, much to his credit. Seamus Keating tries to get the ball into the hand. He's tangling there with Colm Roach. Seamus Keating has it. It's a little bit loose, but it does come to a blue jersey. Niall Hennessy bundles it outside. Kenny Murphy trying to win it. Shamrocks putting the numbers in there. And they've won the battle for it, and now they've won the free. Colm Roach with 6 minutes to go, looking to put his team 5 up. Colm Roach with the first score since the water break. And Shamrocks lead by 5. Ardmore have really struggled for points in the second half. They've only scored 3. Referee's going to throw this one in. Shamrocks escape with it. It's Colm Roach driving on. Colm Roach. Shamrocks lead by 6. 5 minutes plus injury time to go. This is a wonderful display by them. Owen O'Shea takes it. Escapes Padraig Hines. Slips inside to Stephen Morris. It's intercepted, but it might fall for a blue jersey. It does. It's Cronin. Cronin, who's further up the park now, was brilliantly blocked down. Cronin forced to try and drive through Shamrocks players, and eventually he's dispossessed. And it's a free for Ardmore. Billy Hines protests, the referee not interested. Ardmore desperately need a point. They desperately need something to give them a boost. Seamus Keating will strike this one. It's within his range. It looks good. It's the boost that Ardmore needed. 5 between them, 4 minutes to go. Ardmore's first point since the water break. And the second point of the half for Seamus Keating. Liam Murphy assessing the options, goes to the wing. it's brilliant work from Shamrocks. Worked that puck out wonderfully well. Here's Billy Hines. Great ball. Colin Roach. They're back to within. They're back into a 6-point lead. And I'm sorry if I sound a bit distracted, but there's a bit of off the ball stuff going on. The referee is having a chat with the linesman. The white flag is raised. Because he's wearing a green top, the suspicion is the linesman of Shamrocks. I'm not sure who he is or where he's from. It's a yellow card for Morris. Six between them, 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. Jack to Stephen Morris. Pressure poured on by Patrick Hines, but Morris stays cool. Morris gets it down the line. Seamus Keating trying to get it into the hand. I beg your pardon, it's Cronin. Shamrocks come in to steal it back to Joe Leahy. He loses it. Cronin played it off Leahy. Line ball for Ardmore, who need goals now. Seamus Keating. Can Ardmore make a break for them? It's Stephen Keating, but he's got a long way to go between him and the goal, and there's a lot of green and white jerseys. Keating tries to dance inside. Look at the numbers Shamrocks have back, but here's James Flavin. Flavin is fouled, and it's a free in, and I think Ardmore have to go for goal here. It will be Seamus Prendergast to hit it. I wouldn't want to be in the way of this ball. But to be fair to the Shamrocks lads, they will take the hit. They will take the pain. Keating jogging around as Seamus Prendergast goes for goal. It's an easy save. And here's Owen Lenihan. Lenihan goes to ground, pops back up. Ardmore get it back to Seamus Prendergast, the warrior. He gets a free in. And it's boiling over a tad. It's a high stakes game. These things happen. Well, there's probably too many involved to take any individual action unless the referee saw something that sparked it. He is closer than we are. Well, if Ardmore lose the free here, they will be kicking themselves because every puck of the ball counts here. We're now almost into injury time. I imagine there'll be a bit of that. And it's a throw ball when it should have been a free for Ardmore. And it's easy to sit up in the gantry and say keep her cool. Down there it's something very, very different. So can Ardmore get the ball in hand, or will it be Shamrocks who farm it away? The slitter has disappeared. This is tough stuff. I think the ref is going to throw it in again. Ref throws it in. Seamus Prendergast pulls it, and Ardmore get the free in. And it's kind of kicking off again. Watch the goals is the shout from the Shamrocks bench. Ardmore have to go for goal here. They're running out of time. So my reckoning is that Seamus Prendergast will once again be going for it. No, I think Seamus has actually gone into the square. Seamus is in the square, Seamus Prendergast that is. So it might be Seamus Keating. It is Seamus Keating who'll go for it. 2 minutes into injury time. I'm not sure how much injury time we have. I didn't see a board going up, and there has been a lot of stoppages in the last couple of minutes. Only goals will do for Ardmore now. Shamrocks players will lay it all on the line here. They'll throw themselves in front of the Keating bullet if they need to. Seamus Keating. It's into the back of the net, and Ardmore have a chance. What a strike that was. They're running out of time. They're 3 behind, but it is possible. Seamus Prendergast, I think, needs a hurley. He's holding up his hurley. No, he's just trying to distract the goalkeeper, I think. Shamie Veal running the hurling into him. His nephew playing senior hurling for Kilmacud Crokes this evening against Scully Connell. Shamrocks have won the possession, a score here, and it's all over. They let fly. Are they marching on to the semi-final? Colin Roach puts it wide. There must be just seconds in it now. Jack Welsh is looking around wondering, where am I going to put this? Welsh lets fly. Cronin goes up for it for Ardmore. It breaks. Bravely going after this Padraig Ahern. He's lost it. It's an Ardmore ball. Here's James Flavin. Flavin has Kenny Murphy ahead. He's got the free in. Ardmore have to drop it in. Shamrocks have a man down. We'll stop for a moment. Nervy, nervy times. Two teams who have given it absolutely everything. Four minutes of injury time and maybe another one or more to come. Now, will Seamus Keating drop this one in, or will he just take his score? It depends on what the referee has told him. If the ref has told him he has time, he might just go for the point here. And he's got it. So obviously he has been told you have time. Ardmore 2-16, that's 22 points. Shamrocks 24 points. 2 between them. Shamrocks about to make a change. Liam Motherway is coming in. Ardmore need to win the possession. Fighting forward is Niall Hennessy. Doesn't get there. Kicking it on is JP Lucy. Ardmore have the ball. Can they get it down the park? That's a foul. Kenny Murphy wins the free. He's in a bit of a rush here. Murphy, down the line it goes. Kieran Keating tries to flick it on, but it's Joe Leahy who retrieves. Joe Leahy sends it away. It's into the hands of Padraig Hines. Hines is fouled and it's a free into Shamrocks, and that might be that. It's Colin Roach. This to restore the 3-point lead and likely ensure Shamrock's passage into the Western semi-final. Over it goes, and Ardmore's day might be done. Owen O'Shea. Oh, he's left it behind. Joe Lee, he takes it again. He's been immense today. Kicks it down the line to Eddie Hines. Hines lost it, then got it back. He's leaving Gavin Williams for dust here. Big shoulder from Declan Prendergast. Fair shoulder, says the referee. And Ardmore get the free out. Is there one last chance in this game? Nothing wrong with that shoulder from Declan Prendergast. Perfectly executed. It measured on the Richter scale, but that's hurling. It's a hard game. Ardmore have to go direct. They're running out of time. The 7th minute of injury time. Back there again is Joe Leahy. He's been amazing in the last couple of minutes. It's appropriate that he gets the last touch of the ball. And it's Shamrocks who march on to the Cumra Oil Western Intermediate semi-final following a fantastic display full of guts and character. The final score, Shamrocks 25 points, Ardmore 2-16. Seamus Keating with the goal that was added to by him a couple of seconds later with a point from a free. Ardmore got back to within 2, but Colin Roach got a free to put it back to a 3-point game. And Shamrocks, who are worthy winners, go on to the last 4 in the West. Well, it was a real battle. Ardmore disappointed because they would have fancied their chances, but they knew that Shamrocks were good, and Shamrocks showed why Ardmore gave them so much respect coming into this game with a really hard display. And they fought for every ball. They won a lot of second balls. They took the scores when they were needed. Owen Conway got a goal to level things up going into half-time, but Shamrocks, well, they had the better of it in the second half. Ardmore had a spell towards the end, but by then it was probably too little too late, and it's Shamrocks who take the spoils. A big thank you to Cian O'Halloran and the crew who put this one together. A big thank you to Aoife Nimwelon on stats, probably Louth's biggest hurling fan at this stage. Certainly Ardmore's biggest fan in Louth. From the Ardmore point of view, those of you who are familiar with me will know that is my club. We're disappointed, but they gave it everything today. They battled. They were just beaten by a team who played better on the day. And if you jump up and down when your team wins, then you have to just accept it when they lose. And they've lost today. Well done to Shamrocks. Fully deserving of their victory. They're shaking hands and hugging in the middle of the pitch at the moment, and they deserve the celebrations. I'm sure they won't go too wild because they've got big games to club. Clashmore joined them in the semi-finals, of course, earlier on. They beat Modelago by a point. Big thanks to Baldwin's Farnhouse Ice Cream and the Round Tower Hotel who co-sponsored today's stream. If you're watching it from the Shamrocks point of view, you're delighted. If you're watching it from the Ardmore point of view, well, it's a tough day for the club. Losses always tough to take, and this is no different. But thanks to everyone who watched. Shamrocks win. Shamrocks deserve it. The final score, Shamrocks 25 points, Ardmore 2-16.